was doing some New Year's reorganization and I realized that I have a whole bunch of small chucks. So I guess the question is, if a woodchuck could chuck chucks, how many chucks would a woodchuck chuck? Well, if the woodchuck was here, the answer is clearly 14. So I just want to run through quickly and explain what all these things are. Of course, this one is just a little hand drill with a very small truck for small hand drills, for small drills. You could drill printed circuit boards with that thing, but it's not really very easy to control the position, so I never use that. This little chuck, I've covered it with heat shrink so that my fingers don't touch the metal, and it's just got a steel needle in it so that I can probe circuitry, or I could clip on a lead here and probe circuitry. It also has a rotating swivel at the top. This is similar. It has a rotating swivel at the top, and I have a little drill bit in it so that I can drill out small holes. And it's the same thing with this one, just another size. Nice swivel at the top. It's got this big hex nut. This is a USB powered hand drill with a very small chuck for small drills. These three are chucks with a 1/4 inch hex shaft on them, which I have 3D printed a handle so that I can use these to tap holes. So it's only a three jaw chuck, so the taps have 4 sides. Nonetheless, the 3 jaws will hold them, and I use those all the time. And of course, because they've got this standard shaft on the back, I can just use a little miniature ratchet to get higher torque and ratchet the operation. These 4 are standard tap devices, which I never use the torque handle, so I take that out and I just use the little chuck to hold the tap. And because I'm only tapping into plastic, I can get enough torque with just my fingers. And again, like that, this is the same kind of chuck as that, and I removed the torque bar and put a 3D printed handle on it so that I can get a little bit more torque if I need it. This one is actually, I take the torque handle out as usual. It has a ratchet built right into the mechanism, so I can do tapping. And it has a 2-jaw chuck with right angles jaws so that it holds the taps properly. So that one's pretty useful, but it's pretty heavy. It's solid metal. And just this is a regular chuck used for machining. When I bought this, the chuck was actually seized solid, and I had to put in some penetrating oil and really torque on this with some vice grips to get it to rotate at all. But now it's all freed up, and it took just as long to get the oil out of there so that it didn't come off on my fingers and just seep out. But now it works fine. So that's a little introduction to all of my little chucks and what they do. I'm not quite sure why I have so many, but I just seem to accumulate them. And I think I have enough. That's a maybe.